Double entry for owner introducing capital to the business. So what does the term capital mean? It can refer to funds raised to support a particular business or project. So in accounting, capital can be introduced in three forms. It can be introduced by cash, which can be defined as owner introduced capital by cash, and through a bank account. Owner introduced capital by opening a business bank account, and also using non-current assets. Non-current assets are the assets which can be used for more than a year, the resources which are owned by a business for more than a year, such as machinery, motor vehicle. These are few examples of non-current assets. Owner introduced capital in form of a non-current asset. Fine. Now let's look into the double entry of each one of them. Let's consider owner introduced capital by cash. So there are two ledgers you're supposed to open. One is a capital account because the cash comes into the business, and we maintain a capital account on behalf of the owner. This is as per the business entity concept, which will be discussed in the later units. So let's debit the cash account. Let's use one color coding for cash for the debit, and let's credit the capital account by on this side. Now it's time to understand the general journal, or we call it journal entry. So this is the format. Usually you get a date column, but in this, since we are doing a mind map, I didn't include, but later when we are doing questions, we're going to include details, debit, credit. So what did we do here? We debited the cash account. So you will specify that over here. Cash account debit, and whatever the value is provided in the transaction, you debit it. And we credited the capital account. So let's write the detail as capital account credit, and we credit it in the credit column. Did you observe that when we entered the credit entry, we left a little bit of space in comparison to the debit entry? This is an accounting rule to differentiate the debit and the credit. Now, how are we going to show this impact in the accounting equation? The accounting equation is when capital equals the assets minus liabilities. You can see cash we debited. Cash comes into the business. That means we consider cash as an asset. Therefore, we plus. And capital, we plus. So both will give positive figures. Hope you understood how to post entries for owner introduced capital by cash. Now let's move into the second one, which is owner introduced capital by opening a business bank account. In this case, you credit the capital and you debit the bank. So how would this double entry reflect in the journal entry? Earlier we included cash account, but here bank account debit and then capital account credit. And of course there will be a change in the capital. You plus and then the amount, and then bank belongs to assets, therefore plus bank. Now the third one is when the owner introduced capital in form of non-current asset. You debit the non-current asset and you credit the capital. This non-current asset can be in any form. It can be a motor vehicle, it can be a furniture, it can be a machinery, or it can be a building, a land and building. How will the double entry appear? Non-current asset debit and capital account credit. Hope it's clear. How are we going to show the impact in the accounting equation? Of course, there will be an impact in capital, and non-current asset belongs to the category of assets. Therefore, plus NC. Hope now you can complete the worksheet in your own. Try it in your own. And if you have any doubts, please make a note of it so that it can be explained in one-to-one session.